Would you be willing to drink trace elements of cyanide every day? Just a little bit. Every time you fill your water cup, however many times a day that is, your favorite water bottle, just take a drop, or just, mist the cup first with some cyanide, and then pour your water in. Would you do that? You probably wouldn't, because it would be lethal. Don't try that. Don't try that at home. Here's why I'm asking the question. What if your habit of sarcasm is that cyanide that is lacing your speech every day to do yourself in? And it's so subtle. It's so deceptive. You don't even notice it, but it is powerful. Now you might be hearing that and thinking, that's wild, that is absurd. You are like way over the top on this. But listen, your speech is so important. It's so important. And that is one of the things I am personally, I'm super passionate about. This is something I'm going to be talking a lot about on my channel. I had someone point this out to me years back, and excuse me, it was something that I had never even considered it. But I was a highly sarcastic person, just constantly. Sarcasm was constantly coming out of my mouth. And when I heard this about how corrupting sarcasm is to your soul, it really caused me to do a double take. And now, listen, I just want to be perfectly honest. It's something I'm still working on. Maybe like you, I grew up in a household, and sarcasm was like the language that we spoke. And no one was nice to each other, like almost never. And sarcasm was just normal talk. And it's so degrading. But I want to get into a little bit of like, why is it so toxic? Why is it so harmful? I'm literally suggesting that sarcasm is killing all of your efforts for success. It's poison. Okay, so I'm going to read from the Bible, Ephesians chapter 4, verse 29. I'm going to read from the King James Version here. It says, "Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to use." Sorry, I'm going to restart that. "Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers." I'm going to read it from another version here. I'm looking at the New Living Translation. "Do not use foul or abusive language. Let everything you say be good and helpful, so that your words can be or will be an encouragement to those who hear them." I'm going to read the English Standard Version. "Let no corrupting talk come out of your mouths, but only such as is good for building up, as fits the occasion, that it may give grace to those who hear." Okay, now, when you use sarcasm in your language, you are using corrupt speech. Now, I've read this verse plenty of times in my life, and this one in Ephesians, and I don't think I ever thought of corrupt speech being sarcasm, again, until I had someone point this out to me. I thought corrupt speech was maybe lying, maybe gossip, using curse words, and I will say, I'm sure it includes all that. All that is included in this, but the word corrupt, there's different meanings. One of the meanings of corrupt is to change or debase something by making errors or unintentional alterations. So you're taking a word, okay, and you're saying that something is, let's say you're saying something's bad. I dropped something, okay? Oh, great. Well, it's really not great, right? But, and this may not be the very best example, but, excuse me, I just changed the meaning of something. Something bad happened, and I'm calling it great. I'm calling it good. Now, I don't mean that, right? I don't mean that I think it's great. When I say, oh, great, I'm actually meaning that this is not a good thing that just happened. But I'm calling it something else. Is that not lying? Now, again, you might be thinking, you are really splitting hairs over this lady. Like, no, I just can't agree. But what if every time you're opening your mouth, and like maybe you're a sarcasm queen or king, and sarcasm is just constantly coming out of you, how is it that you, in your own brain, your own like mind and spirit, your soul, how are you supposed to know when to take yourself seriously? Maybe you're in like patterns of unhealthy patterns of some sort, okay? And you're wondering, what gives? Could it be that your speech is corrupt? Your speech is corrupt. And maybe you're not a gossiper. Fantastic. Maybe you don't like to use foul language. Good. That is great. Maybe you're not a liar. I hope that's true. But if you're corrupting or debasing speech, you're calling what is evil good and what is good evil, this is not helpful to you, my friend. It is a slow drip poison. It's harmful. It's harmful to you. And let me ask you this. I'm going to let you go now, but let me ask you. Even if you don't buy the fact that it's harmful, like you're like, whatever, it's not a big deal. You're making too big of a deal of it. Let me ask you, is it helpful? Is it helpful? Does it build up? Now you might be saying, well, humor is helpful. Okay, great. If you want to be humorous, be funny. But if you have a pattern, and now I'm going to challenge you to start to notice, notice how sarcastic you are. And you're going to start to, if you're paying attention, you're start to pick up on it. And you might be wildly surprised at how much sarcasm you use and how much sarcasm you just infuse into all your speech. And I pray for you that you're going to work towards getting it out. But again, if you don't think it's harmful, who's it helping? Is it helping anyone? Is it helping you? Is it helping anyone? And also in this verse that I read out of Ephesians, the speech, the talk that you use should be helpful for building others up according to their needs. That was out of the NIV. Is your sarcasm helpful? Is it building anyone up? You know it's not. You know it's not. Now, let's say if this is a pattern in your family, I am praying for you. Know that this is something I am lifting up for all the viewers of my channel. that God, that you would come into alignment with God, and that let's all agree that we are breaking sarcasm, the pattern of sarcasm, off of our families in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. So if you agree with me, or if you're willing to at least consider this and take this challenge, say something to me in the comments about it, okay? So thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, liking the video, sharing it. I look forward to speaking to you again soon, and especially about this. I bless you in the name of Jesus, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.